keeping you company this Ramadan.
It's just gone 5:32 p.m. as we continue with the broadcast until the time of iftar, which is at around 6 minutes past 6 in Johannesburg. But it is a humanitarian hour, and this afternoon, we are featuring the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum, and alhamdulillah, we are joined by two of the sisters. We've got Sister Raeesa Moosa, who is with us, and Sister Saira Khan, who is with us as well, Saira Banu Khan. They're coming up on screen right now. To you, both of you, Raeesa and Saira Banu, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Right, let's showcase the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum, and alhamdulillah, talking to a number of humanitarian organizations, alhamdulillah, to see our sisters at the forefront of a lot of these humanitarian initiatives. Very, very encouraging, and I know many of our sisters do some wonderful work. So I'd like to start off, I'm not too sure who we're going to go first with, either you, Saira Banu, or Raeesa. Give us an overview of the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum.
I think Raeesa.
Okay, with pleasure. It's interesting that you mentioned that sisters are at the forefront of the humanitarian work going on, because we at the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum, also a group of women who are from Tzaneen, which is a far-flung town in South Africa, close to the border of Mozambique. And we looked around us and we put our heads together and we said, what, as the sisters in this town, who are blessed with so much, what can we do if we band together and put our minds together? What can we do to improve the lives and to benefit humanity around us? And alhamdulillah, we are a new organization, just banded together or started last year. But to date, we've managed to do a number of projects ranging, throughout the spectrum. And we've seen a great number of success. And we hope that our organization grows from strength to strength, so we can continue doing some of the work that we intend to do in our region and in our broader community in South Africa and even internationally if the need may arise.
Well, alhamdulillah, it's always, Sister Raeesa, you start off with humble beginnings, you start off small, actually, and this is where we grow, and we've seen the growth of many an organization. And as you mentioned, last year, you just started, and I'm sure, Sister Saira Banu, you can expand on that the last year, I'm sure, has been very, very fruitful. It's must have been a wonderful year where you've achieved a lot by making a difference to the lives of people that need it most.
Alhamdulillah. First of all, I'd like to thank our Amir, Tzaneen Muslimah, for inspiring us to go on, head on with this project. And alhamdulillah, it's been very challenging also, but it's a collective work of the group. All the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum, the ladies, the community have been very supportive of us. And like I say, at the moment, we've had the Ramadan, the groceries for suhoor and iftar, which we are catering for 4 madaris in the Mujaji region. And mind you, these regions are very poverty-stricken, and they are reverts, mostly Basutos. And they are reverts who don't know anything about Islam, who started about 20 years ago. Alhamdulillah, it's growing. And there's about 250 children there. And Tzaneen Muslimah and the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum, we all go together, we band ourselves together, working harmoniously to reach these people, to give them groceries, clothing, blankets, and other basic essentials. Alhamdulillah, it's doing very well, and it's going for 20 years. Tzaneen has been with us, and she has mastered everything about running an organization. So we have learned from her a lot, and she's been with us, and I've been the Appa there for the past 20 years in Mampagat Madrasa. And the people have been very kind with us. The Basuto people, the community, the chief have worked very well with us and accepted the job that most of the organizations are doing. And alhamdulillah, we have the Polokwane the Muslim Welfare Foundation, giving them groceries, running the madrasas as well there. And it's not us alone, it's a collective work of all the ulama, the organizations, the communities that are doing all the good work to uplift the spirit of Ubuntu in our rural areas. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah for that, Appa Saira Banu. Alhamdulillah. In fact, it's very encouraging to hear. And also, Sister Raeesa, from what Appa is saying, is, this whole concept of Ubuntu and how it's actually playing out. And given, the Muslim community, the Muslim Ummah in Tzaneen, an opportunity to showcase ourselves as to what Islam truly stands for, and also using it as a form of dawah. But just looking at the other communities in terms of how have they received the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum, when they see you in action, when they see you doing the work, when they see, how active a small group of women can be to make a difference.
We have been very, very well received by our community. Not all the projects have been necessarily facing the community in our region. We had a project where we planted trees for Sadaqah Jariyah for all, our nearest and dearest, and that was an internal project within the Muslim community. And then when we had those earthquakes in Turkey, we had a massive cake sale that we held in a very public place in our little town. And that was received with utter glee from the community, because as you know, in South Africa, many of the Muslim people are Indian. So we served up a feast of Indian delights, and the community was extremely excited about that. And I think collectively, the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum falls out under the wing of the South African National Muslim Women's Forum. And together, I think they raised in the region of R250,000, and out of that, more than 25% came from our little oasis, Tzaneen. So as you can see, we definitely have the support of the community, and I think that the more we do, the more credibility we will build up, and the more support we will get from the community, both within the town of Tzaneen and the various and numerous townships around us.
Well, alhamdulillah, and also Appa Saira Banu, now that the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum has got a firm footprint, and a year down the line, you've experienced a lot, you've learned a lot, and I'm sure that looking forward and looking ahead, I'm sure, just your vision in terms of how you see the organization grow and even make much more of a difference in the lives of people so going forward. So I'm sure all of that is at the forefront of your mind and all the sisters who are involved, that you've got this great vision of taking this organization forward.
We are extremely grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for bestowing us this opportunity to serve His deen in the best way we can. And we have to emulate our Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in everything we got. Our goal is to reach all the corners of Limpopo province and abroad in helping to do humanitarian work for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. And like I say, the rural areas, I would like them to target the rural areas. That is where they are very, very poor and needy. And they need us to have empathy for them, to support them, to guide them, because many of them are reverts. And they need the youth to get involved as well, and the ulama to get involved, to go and have talk shows with them, take them on road trips for istimas, for jamaat, so they can know what is happening with the Muslims, how to behave, everything as a Muslimah. And we have, alhamdulillah, in our madrasas, through the help of all organizations helping us, that we had our marhum Alim coming out from there, we had the Appa Sakina is coming out from there, and now we have more children who wants to go and study abroad. And I would like the community to help us. There's one child, she's willing to go to become an alima and do extra classes, also do secular classes as well. So we're looking for people to fund us for that, because she's so much interested in deen. And if we leave the child alone, she's going to go back into being a non-Muslim. So we have to try for that. Our goal is to bring Islam to all the rural areas in Tzaneen. And I'm mostly the Mujaji region.
Well,
Jazakallah.
inshallah, that will be realized. And also, Sister Raeesa, I'm just looking at the pictures that came up and looking at some of the visuals. Alhamdulillah, you've got quite a nice mix of, I'm not going to say elderly, I would say rather mature and youth as well, which is very, very encouraging because this is the type of mix that one actually needs. We've got the younger people a lot more energetic, and then, of course, drawing on the wisdom of the more mature ladies as well. So, alhamdulillah, it seems like one big happy family that is operating out in Tzaneen.
Without a doubt, we have the guidance of Tzaneen Muslimah, who is our chairman. As Appa Saira mentioned just now, she has a number of years of experience in doing, community work within our region, as her family is one of the pioneering families in this area. And when she had the idea to start the organization, the rest of us thought, like, what a brilliant idea. We can get involved, we can get our families involved, we can teach our children how to do humanitarian work in the meantime. And to date, all our families have definitely been involved because, when mom's out of the house, then, nothing else happens at home. So everybody goes with you. And in that sense, it's been absolutely inspiring even for our children to see what's out there and what they can do to contribute to their communities.
Yes, and also while I've got you on, Sister Raeesa, just looking at funding, and I know that you have a lot of projects on the go and you fund yourself, but just looking at funding from the outside, do you normally appeal for funds for people to assist the organization?
Yes, without a doubt. We are always looking for donations into our bank account. They'll come directly to us. But otherwise, we attempt to make our projects, sustainable in the sense that they make financial sense. So we have a treasurer who's financially literate, and when we are planning our events, we make sure that we don't spend more than we can get in. And we are really trying to run this organization in a sustainable fashion. It is the only way that we see it continuing into the foreseeable future, and that we don't have to continuously rely on donations only. So the one function we held, which was also, where we hosted a guest from Salam Media, which was Sister Nadima from Afghanistan. We sold some tickets and we made sure that our entire project was profitable, and this is in addition to the donations that we received regarding that event. So we are definitely open to donations as well, and we will post our banking details onto you, or send them to you. If you can post them to us, that will be great.
No, inshallah, we certainly will. And, at Salam Media, alhamdulillah, Appa Saira, we also are looking at partnering with the various organizations. And alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a voice through the media. And it is just through working together with organizations like yourself that we're able to showcase and promote the organizations, and more importantly, to promote the wonderful work that is being done, and all for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Appa Saira.
And I'd just like to say, Raeesa Moosa, Jazakallah Shikha, her husband, Dr. Moosa, we had a problem at Mampagat Madrasa. One of the lady, she was an amputee, she needed the prosthetic leg. And her husband, alhamdulillah, it was his first visit to the madrasa, and he helped us. And Jazakallah to Shanaz for her initiative to drive all the way to Mampagat to get that lady to go to the Mediclinic. And her husband, he paid for everything. And alhamdulillah, we're looking for donation for her to get the prosthetic legs as well. And the girls from Mampagat, they need sanitary pads. If anybody could donate to us the sanitary pads, that will be a bonus for us. And it will help the rural children as well.
Yes, on that note, one of the ongoing projects which we've undertaken to do is something which is gaining popularity in South Africa and indeed around the world, and that is to provide sanitary products to girls in underprivileged schools. So any donations or recommendations for the products, where they can be purchased, or any innovative new products, or any products themselves, can definitely be sent to us, and we will distribute them, to people that we have identified that are in need.
Well, inshallah, Jazakallah khairan for that. And as you mentioned, Sister Raeesa, please, you need to send us your banking details so we can actually showcase those as well on our various platforms as well, so that people know who the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum is, and having all the information so that they are able to contribute to your projects as well. To you, Appa Saira Ban Khan, and also to you, Sister Raeesa Moosa, Jazakallah to both of you. And from all of us here at Salam Media, to the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum, we wish you well. Allah accept all your efforts. Allah reward your efforts, inshallah. And continue the good work. And inshallah, you're a year in existence, but you've got many, many more to come, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thanks very much for the time.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, that was showcasing the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum right here on Salam Media, and this is what we're going to do. And alhamdulillah, we have had the opportunity of partnering with the organization when Sister Nadima Noor came here to South Africa as part of a visit. In alhamdulillah, once again, we thank the Tzaneen Muslimah Forum for working together with us on this project. And inshallah, this won't be the end. This won't be the last of the projects. There's still a lot more to come, inshallah, in partnering with all these organizations who, alhamdulillah, are doing wonderful work, and all for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The time is just gone, 12 minutes to 6. We are heading very, very fast to the time of iftar. In fact, we are about 18 minutes away from iftar here in Johannesburg. So we're going to go for an ad break. And when we come back, we're going to be joined by Sheikh Said Inkani. And that is going to be the nasiha and the dua in the build-up to iftar in Johannesburg, signaling the end of day 12 of this glorious and beautiful month of Ramadan.